Hello, once again, Phil is here to talk to you about word origins. Etiquette. Etiquette. What is etiquette? When you hear the word etiquette, when I hear the word etiquette, I think of the proper way to behave. I'm going to church. What is the proper way to behave in this particular uh, institution? The etiquette. I'm going to visit the governor. What is the proper etiquette? How are we to behave? That that word has an interesting history, and I thought of it because I went to a play last week, and they didn't have tickets. By the word ticket comes from etiquette, same root, but I'll get to that. They didn't have tickets. You had this electronic thing on your phone. I had to show them these little boxes, things, these QPL codes or whatever. Uh, I'm learning. I'm learning, and it was nice. No tickets. I just showed it to them, and they said, "Come on in." Um, and then I got to thinking, ticket, where did it come from? And it comes from etiquette. And you may say to yourself, "How in the world does ticket come from etiquette?" Well, as you may be aware, humans do not always trust each other. There were times when life was hard. You could be going home from the local pub and be mugged. You didn't know who that stranger was. Stranger was danger. Stranger danger. Anyway, uh, wow. I gotta take. Did I take my medication this morning? uh, yes. So etiquette is the way to behave. We get the word ticket from it, but people didn't always trust each other. We had to come up with ways of how do we deal with strangers, and it's the etiquette is the lubrication that smooths our social contact. When you go to a dance, what is the proper etiquette? Do you ask someone to dance? Do you not? Do you wait? I don't know. All this stuff. It makes it smooth if we know what we're doing. So okay, long story. It comes etiquette came into the English language, okay, from French. Etiquette is a French word. Etiquette means a small piece of paper or directions. Um, in the French army, I would guess 12th, 13th, 14th century, you had lots of men, thousands of people all over the place, and they're sitting down at the camp. They need to know what's going to happen. And it's like the general orders of the army that you'd hear it. So they would write out little pieces of paper, little tickets, etiquette, and put them up. Say tomorrow we're going to have a drill. We're going to have a parade or whatever. Tomorrow's uniform is going to be casual. So these little tickets were simply put up to tell people what was going to be done. Now, a Scot person who served in the French army was hired by the Louis the 14th, with the Versailles, to do his gardens. He was an architect, a landscape architect, and he did these gorgeous gardens. But he was so frustrated because people would come and they would walk all over his newly planted flower beds and do everything. So he would put up. He got, what am I going to do to make them stay on the path? And he made these little tickets, as he called it, because he remembered from the French army, tickets. Please stay on the path. Do not walk on the young ceilings. Don't go here. Go here. And these things were all over to tell people how to behave. And they were called etiquettes because they were small tickets. And from that, it went into the English language as this is how you behave. Um, and now we have that today. And we have tickets too from that. And now, what is the proper etiquette for doing different things? In a shopping center, etiquette's different. In a food mall, everywhere you go, you automatically fall into this. What is the proper etiquette? You act differently in church than you do at a ball game. Some things are appropriate, some things aren't. But we learn these things because we want to get along and we don't want to offend people. I'll talk more about this tomorrow. Of the little curtsy that ladies do. Why do we do that? Ha. Anyway, and the handshake. Remember, the handshake was because we didn't trust the other guy, but I'll talk more about that later. This is Phil sitting there and use the proper etiquette. Yes. I always look so silly when I watch these things. I say, I'm leaning forward.